Hello, good morning, everybody. There we go. Happy Friday. Here we are. Thank God it's Friday. We had quite the week here on stream. How's everyone doing? And, well, you can check out, like, yesterday's stream pretty much started it, saying I'm very interested in this weekly BISI, Fair Value Gap getting hit. And, well, target has been reached. The weekly objective has been reached yesterday on Thursday. So lowering my expectations for today. And I think I will be trading on, if I do take a trade, likely on an eval, right? So we came back into this area. This was that drawn liquidity. Last week's low. Didn't get there during the AM session. It paused right before, which is really interesting. Generated more liquidity for later, right? Because that's exactly what the objective was. And thankfully, I'm quite happy with yesterday's performance. Killer day on stream, right? We caught over 70 points here to London low. 4-hour fair value gap, market structure shift, bearish breaker, and fair value gap on the 5, right? Shorted there. You know what's funny is that towards the end of the stream yesterday, I was like just saying, like, as I was reaching here, I was like saying like, oh, I don't like to talk about my P&L because it's I like to just talk about terms and points because I understand it's like it's weird and scary to talk about when they start to become bigger numbers, right? So, and it's irrelevant because I started on micros, by the way. Okay, micros make money. I started trading 3 or 4 micros at a time. That's it. That's what I suggest people to do. But anyway, the funny thing I was going to say is then someone told me, oh, Top Step TV mentioned you again yesterday. And I did go and look. And they go like, influencer update. Tanya trades up $2,200 today on her live account. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess, I'm not paper trading then. I'm going to make a little edit of that later. I'm going to tell my editor, or maybe I'll just do it myself, where you just go, pans from me saying like, I don't like talking about P&L, and then Top Step saying, Tanya trades is up. And like, I'll calculate it for you. Who got the afternoon? The afternoon delivered right there. Crazy. I wasn't around. That delivery is not as clean. Look at the 5. Yucky. Okay. And I don't know. We hit the weekly objective. We also hit the second weekly objective, which would be like this low, because we did pause before that, before the close. Unfortunately, we hit that, right? Because I was thinking, okay, this pause right before this maybe generates more liquidity to come back to it later. And no, we already hit it, right? So don't be a degenerate today. It's Friday, is my point, right? So it's Friday. I'm personally also, you guys, I'm expecting a phone call around like 10:30 from my CPA. So that's also, I have to mute myself for a few minutes then. So that's also why I can't like kind of remembering I have a couple of obligations, so I won't be able to focus too much if I'm trading like my live funded accounts and whatever. Yesterday was a banger day. That's what I mean. All 3 days this week were. But anyway, yeah, the IRS has been watching my stream, you guys. Oh, I gotta talk to my CPA. I'm just joking. But anyway, I'm just joking, but I'm looking to like move apartments soon, And, if you're self-employed, you have more hoops to walk through. Like they want a letter from my CPA with 2024 income projection. So to make sure you can afford it or whatever, New York City be like that and whatever, larger apartment complexes be like that, I guess. Rude. Annoying, but whatever. So, jagged low there. I mean, we had PCE data, which is like it is a high impact. You see that it did push up a lot. That's the thing though, is that we took this low. Right, we took that low already. And how we dipped into this 50%. What the heck is this? Is this like right up in 50%? What's the low? 485? One tick. Okay, pause one tick above it. The 50% of that weekly FEG. Interesting. We gotta see. I'm gonna probably rely more on macros today. Can't wait until everyone's like newcomers coming in the stream. Is she in a position yet? No patience. No patience. And then when I do get into a position like yesterday, get out, because it's just not moving yet. You have to, yeah, you can't get phased by every little tick. If it's just a retracement, can't get phased. One thing I really learned was if I'm entering on the 5 minute, listen, if I'm entering on the 5 minute, I'm not going to monitor my trade on the 1 minute. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna get scared out of my trade that way. Enter on the 5, monitor on the 5. You know? That's how you paper hand things. Unless it's like unless it's like I already took most of my profits, now it's 80% to the target, I don't want to hold for another retracement, then I'll probably trail it on the 1, but then most of the time I'm getting stopped out doing that. Anyway, cool, pretty cool morning so far, pretty cool week, pretty cool month so far. Thank you for everyone that did pray for me when I was in the hospital last week, etc. I didn't really talk about that on stream when I came back because it's just too distracting for me to talk about. But yeah, I've been doing better, but I did have a concussion and I still do, I guess. Still recovering, but I do feel like a little still slow, a little dumb. Okay? Like I definitely am not as fast as just cognitively and whatever with the how would I say, yeah, like I saw on stream, I was like trying to just like, I do math in my head a lot just to like see, okay, like about how much am I risking there, okay, that's fine. But I was a lot slower of my arithmetic. Embarrassing, but whatever. So take it easy, be kind, give yourself grace, which I don't. I'm pretty hard on myself in general, but like that, comes with the territory if you're a perfectionist. And yeah, and there's perks to that, right? Because you do perform better if you are constantly looking at ways to improve. So yeah, I mean, the dollar is going lower, so that's cool. Yeah, I want to see. Okay, we have open in 1 minute. And we have 9:45 orange folder, which I don't really care too much about, and Bostic is speaking at 6:15 p.m. Why is he doing that? Why are you talking at 6:15 on a Friday, weirdo? Okay, 9:45 is just like moderate news, which I don't really care about. Like even yesterday's banger trade, I'm pretty happy that I still always look at some things I could have done better. Which probably could have been like, I could have done probably like 5 to 10 more better and on my entry points. Points better on my entry. Yeah, at least 10 points better. But that's fine. Like, I have to give myself grace because I'm streaming in front of people, and that's just reality. I'm probably not going to get always the best executions and fills. It's what matters. I held through that. Let me think. What time did I end? I just need to also remember what time did I feel like I entered it quite quickly at 9:40. I didn't really even realize too much what time it was. I just knew what the draw was and I was like, I'm getting in, but that was fine. Anyway, I don't really like this structure. Yucky. What are we gonna do, you know? We hit that weekly objective. This was the weekly objective. This is another one. We came to 50%. We already pushed up, is what I meant to say. It's like we already pushed up 100 points there. You know, there's not a clean like 15-minute fair value gap. There's just this huge leg up. Let me make sure my phone is good. Yeah, it's Friday. Don't be a degenerate. I tweeted that and someone tweeted like, ugh. Okay. Let me think. It's 9:32. Also, you guys, my sleep has not been good. Like, all things considered. What the actual? Okay. All things considered, you know, concussion and poor sleep. You know, good performance this week, I would say. So, gotta be kind to myself or whatever, but whatever. I'm still happy. I'm happy. Content. I'm content. Been killing it, honestly. We're like all month. That my editor is actually behind on the reels and YouTube shorts for the highlights. There's too much content. I'm looking at DXY. Okay, so the thing is, by the way, okay, it looks like Apex did extend their 90% off sale. There's going to be 3 more days. Okay, and also, so today. Okay, well, what I meant to say is like I'll probably be trading, you know, some evals, or also Top Step said that now you can have up to 5 trading combines or whatever. I mean 5 express accounts, and they did combine. I had like I had my live account and I had like 2 other express accounts, and because I had done the requested payout from those express accounts also, they combined the remaining of that to my live account. So I just have like 1 live account. So now I could actually add 5 more express accounts. So I could, you know, work towards that today if I see anything, right? I'm not gonna even push it too hard, right? Okay. Anyone like know that song? Like, push it to the limit, 'cause we're in it to win it, in it to win it, oh yeah. Corbin Bleu. I only know it if you watch Disney in like the early 2000s or such. Yeah, we're in between PD arrays. It's freaking ugly. Let me think. Like yesterday, I came through, started the stream, and like with the plan. It's like no BS, no other bias, whatever. It was just like this is the weekly objective, and we're gonna go there. I'm gonna look to for that, and that was more clean. So let's see DXY. What happened here? This is the bearish OB. You know, paused here, came back, took that buy side. Now, are we going to go for at least this sell side today? Maybe. I don't know. Is that last week's? This is like this week. Okay. Okay. One of my friends pointed out the weekly and how it's kind of ugly, right? For DXY. We took, bearish inversion, bearish OB, pushed down, came back, retested OB, which is good. But then this one's weird because it's like, I think we took the low and then we came back to take that high. Like you would just think we would just continue expanding because we retested that. So it's difficult. Plus, there's still buy side here. We never got there. We paused. So, I'm more likely thinking seek and destroy vibes from this. So we'll see if we take this and then like reverse or something like that. Don't know. Probably gonna rely more on macros today. Let's see. Room 945, moderate impact muse, so I'll mark that out with orange. And yeah, I do still get like headaches, so if I close my eyes or something, it's because I'm taking a break from the screens. I do have blue light glasses, by the way. But I don't really think research has shown some it helps a little bit, but like I still don't think they're that effective. You're still watching price action, and that is cognitively demanding. So let me think. Not really much. What's the ES doing? ES is a little stronger. NQ flat on the day, yes, 0.8%. We will also always, this is something to think about, right? I always have to talk myself through it. The close, open to close to the open, okay? If it's more of a high resistance day or I have low expectations, then I'm taking this way more into account. Yesterday that's also why yesterday I wasn't really caring too much about, we didn't fill the gap, because the structure allowed me to continue with the expansion lower, to not care essentially. So the close to the open. We filled it like 50%ish or so on NQ. Yes, not really much. Yes, a little stronger than NQ. What's YM doing? What's YM doing? Okay, stronger. I wonder. One of my friends, some of my friends have pointed out, like, look how weak YM is. And we did not take all-time highs here. Yeah, that is kind of incredible. YM, has it been straight down? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, now we're just measuring TGIF retracements. On YM, just to see, I mean, I'm probably not going to trade that because I'm not used to that price action at all. I'm much more used to NQ. I believe, like, you know, if you know, I know exactly how many points she typically moves in a certain amount of time, so. But it'll be good to know and to watch still. So we hit that 20% objective. And what's this one? 448. Okay, let's go to NQ on the same type of scenario. By the way, we have that moderate impact news at 9:45. Okay. Okay, I don't need this anymore. We did, right? We already hit it. 33.75. 633.75. What? Yeah. Yeah, we hit that already. So really, like, it took that a weekly objective and then it took the TGIF setup at the news, I guess, right? That 8:30 news. Just make sure that I did mark it out correctly, right? Yep. We did, right? 633.75. So it's annoying, right? Because it's like, oh, basically both my ideas already happened. So that is where I'm like, okay, risk off, because there's not much to do now. We could definitely just chop all morning. Objective hit, objective hit. I don't know what else to do except for maybe look for some sort of macro setup at the 50 marks to 10. You know, 50 to 10. 50th minute, the hour to the 10th of the next. Here's where I'm just checking to see Nvidia's up 1.8, Tesla's up 0.7, Apple's up 0.5, Google's down 0.3, Meta, flat, Tesla up 0.6. Okay. Yes, I do just have some indicators on my stocks because I'm not going to draw out fair value gaps on like 20 different stocks that I follow, unless I'm particularly interested. Then I'll turn it off. But it's good to just note, to see a general trend at a glance, essentially, is what I do that for. Not for my intraday trading. Or even, you know, position trading and such. So it's really difficult right now because we're sort of ping-ponging between zones. It's a 4-hour order block. You gotta know when to hold them, when to press a button, when not to press the button. That's your biggest weapon. Okay. See, ES. ES is like stronger, and it has a clean 4-hour fair value gap here. Did we hit the Interesting. Wait a second. What's this low? 73.5. What's this high? 64. Okay. We did hit last week's low. So yeah, it's very possible. Maybe ES goes for this. Maybe. Because this is like a high in a imbalance. That is liquidity. Let's see, did we hit the TGIF for ES? I think we did. 263.25. Yep. Yeah, yep. So, high resistance conditions, in my humble opinion. Okay. Well. Okay, well, just gonna watch like the 5-minute bit. Let's see if the Q's weaker, right? Yes, it's stronger and Q weaker. Hit that. There's not really much to do here. Ping pong time, I guess. Okay. By the way, I'm not a smoker, okay? Sometimes I cough in the mornings. It's just what happens. People that are regulars just know how it's gonna happen at the start of the stream. It's the New York smog, you guys. The New York smog's getting me. You know, actually, if you, I don't smoke, and if you've lived in New York for 25 years, which is, I have because I'm born here, born and raised in Queens, New York, right? So if you've been living here for 25 years, it's the equivalent of smoking 1 pack of cigarettes, actually, in that time, because of the pollution. I guess that's not too bad. Low standards. Right, we have a little SMT here, but I'm not really putting much into that, right? Because there's still imbalance here, etc. I'm not comfortable right now with this action. This first 18 minutes of the day have come by, right? Well, how come this... Oh, this was the first 15 minutes? Okay, we had news, yeah. But like I said, it's moderate, so... You know what's funny, though? It did move more than when we did than yesterday's, like, red folder news at 10. That was hilarious when it didn't, like, move at all. Like, I was already positioned before for it, because I was structure allowed. A lot of people are asking, why were you holding through news? It's red folder news. Okay. Yeah. But the structure allowed for me to do so, and it's 10 a.m. red folder news. I'm comfortable holding through that. And, you know, if I had to draw on liquidity correct, I thought, okay, the manipulation already happened, so it's distribution time if I'm correct. So I'd rather be positioned before it and had it immediately start distributing even before 10 a.m., which has happened before. I'd rather be positioned. The news I'm never ever holding through is pretty much any 8:30 news. Actually, don't really hold through any of those. Those have larger effect but especially never ever hold through CPI, never ever hold through FOMC minutes. I mean, FOMC rate announcement, and never holding through what was the other one? NFP. Okay, and then after that, what's a tier of like high impact stuff, right? Then it's like PCE, which is today, right? That was quite a move. The NASDAQ did move like 80 points. GDP is another one. And then below that is like unemployment claims. So, we're just hanging around in this middle of this range here, essentially, which is to be expected. What happened with ES here? Now it's reaching down into... Okay. I'm just looking at that gap up. NQ just filled it, right? We'll see if we actually end up going for yesterday's low again. I mean, that's yesterday's afternoon low. Meh. I don't care that much about that. Okay, so we did fill that in. Where'd it go? Did I delete it? From the close to the open. Different templates. Yeah. Okay, we did fill it for NQ. She's weaker. Cool. Like I said, though, I don't really have much, like, a clear drawn liquidity, so therefore I'm not doing much. Maybe look at what happens at the 50. The 10-10. I wanted to copy and paste this. What's YM doing? Yeah, YM didn't reach it yet. But, I've reached the 20%, which is bare minimum, and YM's the weaker one. How do you guys think this weekly candle will end? I think it will have a bottom wick. It's already a large candle. So that's why I'm not like interested in shorting. My weekly objective has been met. Not really interested in either at the moment because we have jagged sides on both ends. If I miss it, then I miss it. If I miss a move, I'm totally fine with it because it doesn't mean I missed a trade. Missing a move is not the same as missing a trade, okay? Remember that. Maybe I should see a pulmonologist or something. I don't think they're going to tell me anything. And then now here's people in the chat, like definitely people saying, you might have cancer because you're coughing. Like I freaking said, I hit my head and I got really bad headaches, dizziness, vision loss, etc. Someone said I had brain cancer. Probably brain cancer was the troll's comment. Okay, bro. Please let me know what your NPI number is so that I can properly sue you for malpractice. Oh wait, you don't have a medical license to be diagnosing someone on the internet. Forgot. The internet's full of health experts, nutritionist experts, and lifestyle coaches. I think that's the funniest thing is when someone's a life coach and they don't even have any credentials to be doing that. I would say 99% of the time. There's this YouTube channel I watch actually called The Financial Audit, Caleb Hammer. I wonder if other people watch that, but essentially he reviews people's finances that most of them are just in deep trouble, right? They're in a lot of debt. Why? Because like the average American is financially illiterate and in credit card debt. Massive credit card debt and just like massive, horrible car loans. Like they have like jobs that are $50,000 a year and they took out, they have $100,000 car that they're paying like 12% interest on. And he helps them out. But a vast majority, I mean, like, not a vast majority, but like sometimes it's funny. There's been a few life coaches and spirituality coaches on his show. And he's like, how are you giving other people life advice when your life is in shambles? Like, don't you feel like morally bad about that? And they're so out of their own head. They're so delusional that doesn't register to them. They're just like, what? No. Teaching people how to manifest the life of their dreams. It's just bullshit, by the way. Writing something in a notebook, it's not going to do anything. There's a difference between like actually journaling, planning, and executing versus just imagining something. Anyway, don't even know how I got to that topic, but point is, live within your means, right? I don't know. NQ's weaker, but it's not. This is S&P. It's flat on the day. NQ down to 0.3%. Not really. It's not phasing me, this little drop. It's just like, okay. Yeah. Let's see how this hourly candle ends. You have the tiniest hourly fair value gap. It'd be good if it closes above it. Like, it shouldn't close. It'd be good if it doesn't close. If it closes below last hourly's candle, it's gonna show some weakness. So there's 9 seconds left. It'll be like okay if it closes here, but I don't know. I'm probably not even gonna put too much weight into that either. Close below it, so we could go again for this low. I don't know, ping pong, right? Ping to the pong to the ping. Structure's not clean enough for me to do that. I just can't frame my risk there. See, on the 50th to the 10th, I guess I could go for this. I guess. It's a low right before the 50% of the weekly. But, you know, I know how NQ acts. And oftentimes she does, like yesterday, she'll stall right before the level and reverse. This. And have deep retracements and such. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have an idea to go with for this. Even so, if this dropped during the 50th, I did not have an idea, clean idea. What's the heat map look like? Someone did ask me. Someone did ask, like, oh, what are you looking at for the heat map? I just go on finviz.com, free website. I just click the heat map there. But that is delayed data. Like I said, though, I don't really care too much, just for a general gist of things. But I think it might even be, I don't know how, I think it might even be 15-minute delayed, but it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter too much to me. It's a mixed day. Microsoft is down 0.63%. Apple's up 0.2%. Nvidia is up 1.7%. Amazon is down 1%. Google down 0.4%. Meta down 0.28%. Costco is down 2%. Costco had earnings, I believe, yesterday. Oh yeah, they did, because then I saw a funny tweet that was like, the CFO reassured everyone that the $1.50 hot dog is here to stay. I don't think they're ever going to change that. Such a huge wick into there. Pretty impressive, honestly. That was the 6 to 10 a.m. Huge wicks to each side and tiny bodies. Tiny body. I would think the next 4-hour candle is going to do something similar, honestly. Yes, definitely strong, a little stronger. DXY is not doing much. It's looking, you know, the indices are going in sync with DXY. DXY is also going down, right? So, that's not great. That's another indication for me, just low probability condition. Not my favorite, not my favorite. Hourly, this. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I like classical music. Played in a band in school for like 7 years? Yeah. Played clarinet for 7 years. Like Squidward. First chair, of course. First seat, first chair. And it's nice when you're in the clarinet section, because you're up front and center, because that's just how the seating arrangement is, because clarinets are not as loud as the other instruments. Like trumpets are in the back because they can go so loud. Every trumpet player is has to be a type A personality. The flutes are so soft. And the oboe and the clarinets gotta be in the front. Yep, I don't really care for this. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think that this is going to be a low resistance liquidity run here. So, not going to engage really. In fact, we'll see if this gets inverted. Oh, we'll judge it. We'll judge it by that. How is it going to close here? NQ, the queen of stopping right before liquidity, so maybe it does. Gotta generate that liquidity for later, maybe. DXY is going lower, so I'm not really... Can't get too excited about price action. We'll put the little alert there. Right? What's going to be annoying is that if we hit this and NQ just starts having a structure shift to the upside when that happens, probably that's what's going to happen. I'd rather structure shift on NQ to the upside before this gets hit. Yeah, we'll see this. Inversion, so it's not looking already too good for those shorting. See if it crosses above the swing high. With a displacement. Otherwise, I'm not going to do anything, because if no displacement, no trade, I'm not going to do... I'm being strict today with my criteria. I mean, I feel like I am every day. I feel like I am every day, right? I think the best thing to do, come into the trading day being like, I'm not going to take a trade unless I have to, right? Unless it's screaming at me to take it, etc. Then you're just going to filter your trades better and take quality trades, right? Yeah. I would have liked a displacement continuation, not this yeah. We'll see what it does. It is might be immediate rebalance to push up here. But I'm not engaging. It's 10:10 now. I guess the next time I'll look, it's 10:50. We'll still watch price action and read it. This is a SIBI, yeah, 15-minute SIBI is formed. We did pause. We paused right at 50%. That would be impressive for me. Oh, NQ, you never cease to impress me. What's the low there? Oh, one tick again. Cease. S. Okay. 25. Low is 50. So Never mind. Well, 1 tick. I'll give you one tick. What can you do? What can you do? So anyway, I didn't close above this. There's no shift there, so we'll see what happens here if it goes for this then. Or even this. Whole new world. Dazzling place I never. It's going for sell side DXY and NQ is going lower, so it's really not my favorite thing in the world. But both going lower. There's not many times where I even say that it's my favorite. There's been one time on stream when I said that looks delicious out of every single time on stream. Otherwise, it's just me saying it's not my favorite. You know, I can't figure out the narrative or the drawn liquidity, so I'm just sitting still right now. Could go either way. It's seek and destroy vibes. We'll type out what exactly happened and why I'm talking, why I am thinking this way. And it's anyone that's coming in to this stream knows why. Weekly objective met. And there's more of like my checklist. I do have one. If you check out my last video, it's my risk management video, and it is also my futures for beginners intro video. So yeah, I don't care to miss out. I'm not really missing out on much anyway. Okay, 50% has come back down to here. Cool. Oops. Okay, ES has filled the gap to the downside. The opening range gap. Chill. Have a sip of coffee. See if something happens at 10:50. Or before then. Now we're like, if you're thinking about the weekly candle, there's no bottom wick at all. We're at the lows. We're in the low of the week right now. Oh, 10:15 mental game reminder. It just means Pause, like, what does that mean? What does that mean? It just means don't be a degenerate. Someone said something rude that my assistant thought it was funny, but don't send me that again. Due to concussion, you have become different, Tanya, and been winning trades. No, because I've been winning trades all month before my concussion. So. You know, I should just like do one stream of my pajamas. To troll the people that are like, ooh, put on more makeup and whatever. You look like you got out of bed or something. It's like, what the? I don't think my bank account cares, so. And I don't care. I don't think most people care. I look fine. And I'm not, sorry, I'm not insecure. So, well, NQ's made a new low of the week. ES did not. Could catch up, could not. I guess that little like strong hourly close there on the 10 a.m. hour was continuation, because the next 15 minutes after that was pretty strong. But yeah, even so, I didn't really see anything clean entry or whatnot with defined risk, so I'm okay with especially since my wasn't really expecting much from today, so we'll see if anything does present itself. Plenty of time left in the session. Pretty interesting here. Honestly, if we have a close like below today, if we like close near the lows of the week, or like we close below the CE of this weekly FEG, then it provides me more context for next week, perhaps more continuation. So it doesn't really affect me thinking like FOMO or anything. If anything, it will give me a clue for price action next week, perhaps that this will be market structure shift on the daily. If we have a nice close below it, strongly. And if we invert that, I mean, I don't know. Even such, like this 4-hour structure isn't cleanly doing that, so. A 4-hour fair value gap here. We could bounce from that. We could definitely bounce from that. Look at how like strong this push up. There's no wick to this. I'll see on the 15. Let me make sure I didn't get my phone call. Okay. You know that I'm like bored when I just am switching time frames like every second? I'm like just looking for anything, something, and there's nothing for me to do right now. Interesting push down there. Well, I was wrong. I thought that I was like, oh, this is not going to be, I don't think this is going to be low resistance, but it was. It was. It didn't break a little swing high before going lower to lower low. Pretty cool. During the macro. Okay. Then maybe next time I will. But like I said, the objectives were met, so I didn't really have any too much of a reason to do so. Sure, it inverted this here, but it just could not define risk properly for myself to engage with price. With jagged ends. It's the last day of the month too. So it is trickier for me the last day of the month because, well, especially you guys watch out for the last 15 minutes of the day, because that is essentially mutual funds, hedge funds rebalancing their portfolios. Because certain funds, they can only put in their orders at the end of the day, market on close. So that's why what the 350 macro essentially is, actually. It's at the end of the day. That's when you can't put any more orders in, actually. And the algos. I don't think I need this right now. Do you want to just measure? I just don't like it when there's such a huge box, really, personally. I will just measure it here and mark that out. The quartiles of the weekly FEG. 416.50. I can make them just like all black. Oh yeah, now you can add text to fibs. I haven't figured it out, actually. Text. I haven't figured it out. Someone just told me to double click it, but I don't know. I have to put this labels in the center and then double click it. Like there's a text thing here. Oh, here it is. No? Pistia, send me a message if someone in the live chat is trying to help me out with the text. Joseph Eshiet says, do you only look for trades during the macros? If I think it's going to be high resistance liquidity day, then yeah. However, if I don't, then if I think it's going to be low resistance liquidity, then I will be way more flexible. I'll just take something during the kill zone, the general kill zone, right? So like yesterday. And that, lots of people asking, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Economic calendar. And whether or not, day of the week, economic calendar, red folder news, high impact news, and whether or not the objective has been met on the weekly. So if we're near the end of the week, objective has not been met yesterday, and there's red folder news, and there's higher time frame structure that supports the narrative, then I don't have to be so picky with the time, as long as it's within the kill zone. Okay, I hope that answers your question. And it seems like I put a poll on my community page. I think with like, oh, what long form videos you guys want to see. Seems like the winner so far, I think, is daily, how I find my daily bias and narrative. So that is what I'll prioritize. I will try to get to all of them, but I just want to see what to prioritize. And I do actually see a lot of people always asking that in the chat. What a weird... I was not expecting this push down, honestly, like that, so I'm okay that I missed it. Yes, hit the low, yeah. Why I'm hit the low? Probably. No. Huh. Weird. Guys, what if we tried YM today? If it has a market structure shift to go for this. I don't know. I'd have to see. On evals, maybe. Don't remember. I don't want to miss my... Hover over it and it will appear. Let me put my fib on, because I don't see what you guys are talking about. Hover, mouse hover on the line. I see, okay, look. Oh, I have to go a little lower. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Excellent. I knew that the chat would get my back. I was like, there's people that know. There's gonna be people. Okay, so the issue with this is like, it's just too, it's probably like all the way to the left. I don't know. Why? 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 Why doesn't it show up on this one? Okay, now it is. Yay! Oh. Hello, I'm typing. Wow, it really is bleeding. Really, people, I guess, the end of the month. Very interesting. What's the monthly candle look like now? Still a huge green month. Just wicking this area. Okay. Yeah, didn't expect this push down, so I didn't catch on it. Congrats if you did short this, though. It's ES. We have another weekly fair value gap here, so I wonder if ES will get to there. Took the low. YM did not. YM's also just hovering. You know, didn't shift or anything, so still weak. It's a little weird. DXY's, well, now it's starting to go up higher. It's still, it's not like it's breaking a high right now. Not yet. Like, I'll have a little alert if it does come back up into here. Maybe it closes above this and closes above 50% of that for more of a flush. Maybe. But yeah, stricter criteria today. Totally fine. You guys, if you're feeling any kind of FOMO, don't, because if you anyone that's like, just remember that like most people that are profiting on this, just statistically, they're going to lose their money or give it back, right? Because the hardest part about trading is keeping the gains. So if part of the plan was like, okay, capital preservation Friday, totally fine with that. Not anticipating it. Can't anticipate every single move. Just daily, dipping into the lower one, which is the fair value gap, around the weekly fair value gap low. Pretty interesting. We're kind of reaching into this daily mitigation block. Where's the 50% mark of that? 329.25. Okay. I would expect some sort of relief bounce. I don't know when. Just because, I don't know, a few different PDRAs on the daily are aligning. It's lower daily fair value gap, this mitigation, 50%, weekly fair value gap low. I believe this is probably, yeah, low here. Oh. I'll find out. So far, no indication of such. Kind of definitely throwing me off a little bit because it's like quite impressive, I would say. It's like this move lower. It's much faster than yesterday's. I expected yesterday's to be much faster, which is why I entered pretty much right away at 9:40. I'm surprised. Yeah, end of month, I guess. I was definitely thinking more seek and destroy, looking for one like structure shifts on the lower time frame to look for just opposite reversals, right? And I didn't get the market structure shifts, which just kept me safe out of my trade. So that's okay. It saved me money. Like I don't have to I don't think of myself as a genius that knows every single move in the market. I just take calculated risks. And this is not a risk I was able to calculate, so I can sleep well at night. Missing it. Let's see. Let's measure out how much we moved actually. It's pretty impressive. In an hour, we moved 250 points on NQ. That's the most we've moved all week. And ES, 43 points. Yeah, pretty impressive. Yeah, I didn't really have the idea to short this while it was here. Okay. Where's my little FEG? What is this? Wow. That's annoying that it doesn't. How do I make the text? Can I put the text extend? You guys, if you have any suggestions for TradingView, by the way, features, they do like DM me and ask me if I have any suggestions from my community to improve their product. So let me know. I'm gonna say, hey, oh, actually this is okay. Does it disappear here? Okay, now it's good. It does follow, that's good. I think I had to just extend the lines, right? Okay. We're learning. It'll be 10:50 soon. Yeah, just remember, don't feel any FOMO today. If you're up money on the week, focus on preserving the capital. Capital preservation is #1 rule. And cash is a position. Don't feel like you have to force anything today. I wanted to see something. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, okay. Just in case, I wanted to set up some evals just in case I do take a trade. Just on the trade copier to be ready. Gotta be ready, Freddy. Okay. You know, at the very least, I need to see. And DXY is crossing up now. That little 15-minute swing high. See how this 15-minute candle closes. Will it close above it? And will we also, it would be nice if we reach up and close above 50%. You know, maybe, but I don't know. We're already down, so how much are we down on NQ on the day? 1%. It takes discipline to sit in front of charts and like not take a trade also. No, I don't know. That is impressive. Didn't know I had it. Didn't know you had it in you, NQ. Pressed. Yeah, I mean, I really did not think. I remember saying I thought this was going to be also a similar candle like this, but no, I ended up really. This. I have an alert for ES. Yeah, maybe ES plays catch up. I don't know. But I also don't know if I'll be able to find something. Right, because ES does have this sell side. You know, this is closing quite strong in DXY. I'm definitely getting like a headache right now. Trading view suggestion, take partials on trades. I think that's more of like a trade of 8 thing. But I will pass that on. A shortcut to place limit order at mouse position. I think you can just right click now. I don't trade on trading view, so. Okay. See what else? Does anyone know what Tanya risks on evals? Depends which one. I honestly, I'm the type to, I think, fail, often fail early and whatever, like just to get it over with. That's my philosophy with eval. It's just, I will size much larger than my fundeds. Like I'll pass them and I'll look to like pass an eval in 2 trades. That's just me personally. Or 3. Or 4. I mean, whatever. Depends on which ones. And how much I paid for the eval, right? So like the Apex evals, I don't care. I'll like fail a bunch of them. It's like $18 for one 50K. And then for it's a My Funded Futures expert account. By the way, oh, I think they're running the sale actually for everybody now. 20% off expert plans if you use code Tanya Trades. But you know, they're more expensive. So I'm not going to do the same thing for that because there's no activation fee on those. It's all included. And they're more expensive because once you get to the funded stage, it's way better rules. It's like there's no consistency rule. And after you're above the buffer, you can withdraw as much as you want, right? So if you make 20K and the buffer is like 4,600, you can withdraw 15,400. So that's lit. But again, they're more expensive, so I take those more seriously. So, and it's all up to your personal risk appetite. Here's a 1050 macro. DXYs. Close pretty strong there. So I am more inclined to think that maybe short ES if something presents itself. I don't know. We'll see with 1050 macro. I'm not going to rush. It drops without me, then whatever. Trade view, let them make the chart stay in place after the time change and not that you have to scroll again to where you were looking at. Yeah, it's annoying. I think what I do is I just do this reset chart view. Right, so 1 hour, then I'll click this. Ah, you're right though. I think because it's like they anticipate that you're changing the scale, so you has to. But I'll yeah, that's like a pretty good suggestion still. Okay. Still can go here for NQ, we can go here for ES. Ba-dum. I'm feeling kind of nauseous, not gonna lie. Pretty tired. Slash and dizzy, I don't know. Yeah, I don't feel good, you guys. I'm gonna end the stream. I just don't feel. I feel like I'm getting dizzy. And I don't really see. Anyway, trade. And if I do something, it might like mess it up. So, anyway, I'm calling it a week. Missed this, and I'm fine with that. So, you know, stay safe, everyone, for the rest of the day. Remember, it's the last day of the month. Hope everyone had a great May. I'm gonna just end my May here. I think it is my best performing month ever. I hope everyone stays safe. I will see you back here next week, 9:15 a.m.